An astonishing rumour has landed on the transfer radar, and it changes the conversation about how top clubs solve big problems. Real Madrid has reportedly put forward a straight swap proposal. Rodrygo goes to Arsenal in exchange for William Saliba, a move that reads more like a blockbuster negotiation than a routine piece of business. The context is straightforward and urgent. Xabi Alonso has made it clear he wants more reliability at the back, and Florentino Perez appears prepared to move mountains, even sacrificing attacking depth, to deliver the kind of centre-back he trusts. That willingness to trade a recognised offensive asset for defensive steel tells you everything about Madrid's current priorities. Financially, the math is messy, but telling. Rodrygo has been linked with a valuation in the Euros 90-100 range, while Saliba sits lower in some estimates, near Euros 80. Madrid's thinking, according to the reports, is not fixated on identical price tags so much as on solving two problems at once, shifting surplus forward resources into the defence they desperately want to stabilise by pairing Saliba with Huijsen. Imagine the image: Saliba at the Bernabeu, a French centre-back widely regarded as world-class, brought in to change the spine of the team. From Madrid's perspective, it would be a decisive, almost surgical response to a manager's demand. From Arsenal's viewpoint, however, the answer was blunt and immediate. The message from London has reportedly been, Saliba is not for sale. Mikel Arteta's side values the Frenchman as an essential pillar, the kind of leader around whom the team is built, and they are not prepared to weaken a defensive structure that has become central to their project. That refusal makes strategic sense. Saliba has become more than a promising signing. He's a defensive reference, someone who organises and anchors a backline, and whose sale would ripple through squad planning and recruitment. So what does this all mean on the pitch? For Real Madrid, the proposal exposes a club willing to sacrifice attacking flair to shore up the secondary half of the field, admitting publicly that current options at centre-back don't yet inspire full confidence. For Arsenal, the refusal reaffirms a long-term defensive plan. Keep your keystone players and build around them. If a swap had gone through, we would be looking at immediate tactical rewrite. Madrid would lose a forward who can change games. Arsenal would lose a defensive leader whose absence would force Arteta to rethink shape, set pieces, and leadership at the back. Beyond formations, this type of negotiation shifts the summer market's temperature. A straight swap between two elite clubs signals that presidents, not just managers or agents, are willing to deploy creative solutions rather than chase purely monetary transactions. It raises questions about player valuations, leverage, and whether other clubs will adopt the same approach when they have complementary needs. Fan reactions are part of the story too. Madrid supporters might be split between excitement at signing a top defender and panic at losing a homegrown attacking talent. Arsenal fans, by insisting are not for sale, show a growing impatience with being raided and a desire for continuity. At a higher level, the negotiation reveals something about power dynamics. When a club like Real Madrid openly values a defender so highly they're prepared to move a star attacker, it underscores how scarcity in elite defenders drives bold, headline-grabbing moves. The knock-on effects are immediate. Other clubs watch, player prices adjust, and the narrative of the summer window shifts toward who is willing to make risky, transformational deals. For now, the story ends with a setback for Madrid's immediate plans and a firmer no from Arsenal. Rodrygo remains one of Madrid's major assets, and Saliba appears set to remain the Emirates' defensive cornerstone. But the drama isn't over. This episode makes clear that nothing in this window should be taken for granted, that presidents will entertain radical solutions, and that players can be currency in deals that rewrite tactical plans overnight. Keep an eye on this one. Beyond the gossip, this swap proposal reveals the priorities of two top clubs and lays bare the choices elite teams must make when defense and attack suddenly trade places. What matters now is not just whether the swap happens, but what the willingness to propose it says about how modern clubs will do business from this point forward.